Welcome to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprophet.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey. Today we're talking week 14 around the NFL. Yeah, I lost, so I'm just working about this. Oh, geez, we got a visitor, Jeff. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. We're just starting this podcast, and we got intruders happening right now, Jeff. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to talk about week 14 in the NFL, and some random person who's not connected to audio, but I see his video. If you're on YouTube, it shows up, and
this is my favorite thing ever.
I don't know if I want to talk to that guy.
Did you try to do this? What a great idea, though.
You can't connect to audio, so it doesn't matter. So he's sitting there.
We just can't even hear him.
God. Can't wait till I don't make the playoffs in the dynasty and I throw it next week so he can't get a number one pick.
He looks like he's had the roughest day.
And he should. This. If you're not on YouTube, you can't see the video, but go on YouTube then. YouTube.com/fantasyfootballprophet, because you can see a video of somebody who thinks he's good at fantasy football, right?
Yeah, well, he is one of the guys in the playoffs, and Craig looks like he's gonna be on the outside looking in.
Oh, I am on the outside.
Same as me. So yeah,
Yep.
So it's painful, but yeah.
Yep, it is. Hey, what's going on, John? This is great for the podcast listeners.
Yeah, everyone knows exactly what's going on.
It looks like he's trying to connect. Well, he tries to connect. Jeff, do we have anything to talk about today?
I mean, the only big news is the fact that Lamar went out. There was a few guys, if you played them, Craig had multiple of them, that you're going to be very upset by. Lamar being the big one, hurt his ankle, did not come back. So if that is, that might have been the season, which it was for Craig. He needed a win.
Well, and funny enough, that's our first game on the schedule, as we've had somebody drop off the pie. Hey, if you're on YouTube, you could see some random appearance from a guy who, tried to screw me a couple weeks ago in one of our leagues. But our first game is the Browns Ravens. Browns won that thing 24-22. Lamar went out, as we said. Tyler Huntley came in. He did fine for Tyler Huntley, but it wasn't Lamar. And because of that, I'm not going to play John next week in the playoffs. And it's kind of disappointing. Jeff, we have literally had this podcast every year. I feel like this is just the disappointment podcast, except for 1 year. I think you won. So while we've been doing this, but I know
I can't get over this. What's this beautiful specimen jumping on here? He doesn't know how to work tech.
It says he's connected now. I don't know. It says he's connected. So I don't know what that means, but kind of throwing our podcast up. But otherwise,
and he's gone.
It's a great show. Okay, the rest of Baltimore. So Baltimore, Cleveland. First game we're talking about. Cleveland won 24-22.
End of the year. It's all going off.
It's all good. It's all good. Baker threw 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nick Chubb, 17 carries, 59 yards, no touchdowns. He's going to give John a 0 next week, maybe 1 point, maybe something like that as John loses. Donovan Peoples-Jones had 5 catches, 90 yards, led the way. The touchdowns with Landry and Hooper. Ravens side of things, no Lamar. So, very little Lamar. Tyler Huntley threw a touchdown. Ran for 45 yards. Devontae Freeman had 13 carries, 64 yards. Mark Andrews had a big day, 11 for 115 and a touchdown. And then Rashad Bateman, 7 for 103. That's the kind of stuff we expected from Rashad Bateman. We were waiting to see it. I was actually kind of worried the last couple of weeks. He's been not playing well. Last week he had nothing, 1 target, no catches, nothing. And then he showed up today at least. So good day for Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, it's difficult to figure out what the wide receivers for the Ravens are going to be doing. Marquise Brown has been flying under the radar, and Lamar has been obviously up and down, and now he's hurt. What do you make, going back to Cleveland for a moment? I know a lot of people going into the playoffs are going to have to figure out who they play, who they don't. Kareem Hunt came back, and he was supposed to be healthy today.
And
It
now
looked
he's
like
not.
he re-injured himself, but how serious is that? Have you heard anything as far as his usability moving the next couple of weeks?
I think we'll hear more tomorrow. It didn't look great. It didn't sound great. So we'll see how that plays out. It didn't look well. Didn't look good for Kareem Hunt people. So if you've been waiting around for him, you might not go anywhere. But all right, next game. Well, John still sits there. It says he's connected to audio, but he doesn't seem to be talking. All right.
It honestly looks like someone found the thread and just keeps jumping on.
It's all good. Jacksonville, Tennessee. What a boring game this was. Man, this is end of season, isn't it? Tennessee wins 20-0. Tannehill did nothing really, though. 191 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Foreman, 13 for 47, touchdown. Tannehill ran one in. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Lawrence, still struggling at the end of the year.
Yep. And Urban Meyer hates James Robinson pretty clearly. 6 carries, 4 yards.
Figure.
And,
I mean,
it's just ugly.
You're only down by 20. You're down by 10 at half. How do you only have and Trevor Lawrence is one of the rushes, so you only rush the ball 7 times. How is that even possible? You're not a prolific throwing offense.
It's Urban Meyer. He's terrible.
Yeah, there's no excuse for this.
He's a bad coach. So no, I don't really care to talk about that game. Maybe in the beginning of the year I would have. Today I don't. How about Chiefs Raiders? Chiefs win 48-9. They have the Raiders number for sure. Raiders don't know. Everyone else knows how to play the Chiefs. Raiders do not. Mahomes 258, 2 touchdowns. Those touchdowns went to Darrell Williams, and Josh Gordon gets himself a touchdown. On the ground, Derek Gore had a 51-yard touchdown there late to get himself a nice 66-yard day. And Edwards-Helaire only 10 for 37, but 2 touchdowns. So they just nice domination there. Pretty good. I'm just looking at John going in and out again. He's throwing me off.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And the Raiders, they only put up 9 points. They didn't really have anything going for them. 263 through the air for Derek Carr, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Josh Jacobs carried the ball 9 times, but only for 24 yards. And then really the only other person that was worthwhile was Hunter Renfro, 13 receptions, 117 yards and a touchdown off of 14 targets. He continues to be relevant. He does enough to put him in your lineup. Feels like almost weekly at this point. How do you look at Hunter Renfro going into the playoffs? It is someone that in certain leagues, maybe he gets thrown back to the Wolves and you get a chance at grabbing him. Where does he rank for you moving forward?
Yeah, John, where's he rank for you?
Look at that audio.
Got it. Woo! Hunter Renfro, he is a like a fourth tier guy. I don't buy today with like 12 receptions, 13 receptions. I don't buy that shit at all.
Yeah, there we go.
Can I say shit?
Sure.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
No one's listening anymore.
It's a family-friendly show, John.
Craig, you lost, bud.
I did. Yeah. 3 straight losses. I had to lose 3 straight to not make the playoffs. It's kind of not many people could pull that off.
Except for Harbaugh.
Oh, he comes out with fire immediately. John, let's talk about the trade, by the way. Or let's talk about what John did to actually, it looks like a brilliant move, kind of. And we asked a bunch of people. They did not agree with John. John decided to put in a roster that was not the best. He fielded a team, but he put in people he thought he could probably lose with because the guy he was going to play, he seemed like a better matchup in the playoffs, and he didn't want to play Craig. I think John ended up winning anyway because his team is pretty darn good. But sure. Craig loses 3 straight anyway, so it's all it's all on him anyway. But go ahead, guys. How do you feel about this, Craig? Are you still angry about it, or are you?
We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future if I ever have an opportunity to do anything. Who knows?
Can I tell you how I feel?
Yeah, please.
I couldn't have been happier to see Craig squirm.
Of course.
He complained for weeks about. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks, but it feels like it's been months. He has not stopped complaining about it. I, on the other hand, I've given up on it. It got to the point where I honestly wanted to win just so I could stop hearing him complaining.
Hey, I moved on. I've moved on. I've moved on to $0 waivers.
You have not moved on.
I moved on to $0 waivers.
Then your little brother got involved. It was just sad. It was just
I like that you call him his little brother. That's very true. His little brother.
I think it opens something up that this league is way more competitive than most leagues I've ever been a part of, and I understand where the vitriol and hatred is coming from, but at the end of the day, you were just simply wrong.
We'll see what the beauty. I guess the good thing is it literally didn't matter at all. So
that was I swear to God, the last play of that game, I don't even remember what it was, but I remember Jeff texted.
Oh, I do. It was Logan Thomas not catching a.
Yes,
no.
Yes. It was a last second play, and I was rooting against myself. I think at that point, I don't remember what the scenario was I needed, but I just didn't want you to have to listen to you, bitch. And I was like, oh,
I wouldn't have stopped either.
After all is said and done, though, you wanted to play the other individual, Zach. You didn't want to play Craig. After watching him melt down and lose 3 in a row, are you kind of regretting
and lose Lamar?
No.
You still want to play Zach after all that?
Yes. Looking at the rosters, I was still looking at if Lamar comes back, Lamar is still capable of putting up a random 30 or 40 spot. He is always capable of doing that. I don't want any part of that against me. If I have to go against Joe Burrow, absolutely. I will take a solid 18 points against me. I want nothing. I do not want. I don't want that against me.
You wanted nothing to do with Rashad Penny next week.
That's true. That's true too.
That guy is finally broke out.
And that is a legitimate option. I did not want that either. Is this actually like real? Is this being recorded?
It is.
It is. Unbelievably, it is.
Joe joined, but he hasn't made himself visible or audio visible, but he just said this is a trash episode to me in another chat.
Awesome. Well, viewers, welcome. I am John Walagora. I have oftentimes controlled this league, run this league, destroyed this league, brought it back to its brink, brought everybody down to its knees. And this league is great because of me. And I'm glad to see that Craig and Jeff are still promoting it. It's well deserved. If you want to know anything about tips about drafting, trading, I have text proof from Craig that he is not good at drafting.
That's true. I did say that.
So if you do want tips from somebody who is good at drafting, I'm happy to help you out. All I ask is for $3 per every tip. I'm fair game. I look to make $1 like anybody else. And let me know what you guys want, and I'm happy to help out.
Nice. All right. Hey, where'd Joe go?
And there's Joey from one of our other leagues. Yeah, it is, buddy. End of the year. Anything goes.
I thought go ahead. I'm out of this thing, man. I didn't know it was a real podcast.
It's the best episode we've ever done.
I thought we were just bullshitting, dude.
I like this, man. This is what we do with all the time. This is the true nature of fantasy football.
This is the end of the year where we just don't care anymore. So
That's what happens when both me and Craig get knocked out. We're just like, F it.
I don't even know how many games we got through on our recap so far.
2.
Joe, it's good to see you, buddy.
You too, John. Nice to see you, man. I was shocked to see you on this. I thought you were like a permanent staple on this podcast. I heard that I wasn't invited.
No. The first time I was ever got the invite.
How many viewers? How many viewers do we got, man?
None, right? We're not like live, but we'll post this later.
Oh,
yeah,
and we'll get a few people.
So I can call you out about your DK performance today.
Oh, it was brutal, wasn't it? I don't even look.
Did you finish last or no? Last I looked, you had like 29 points.
Yeah, I think I did finish. I got more than that, but it was a bad day. What can I say? It was a bad day.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I had to come with the Michigan stuff to make myself feel good. 1997
For sure, man.
national champions. What were we? Beautiful.
Yeah, this is where we're going with all this. Terrible.
So sad.
I do have a question for Johnny and Joe, actually, since we have you.
Yeah, please go on. Please, I have all the time in the world tonight.
I don't doubt it. Are you over there celebrating? But Lamar going down, QBs are going to be up in the air. Taysom Hill obviously got the start the last couple. It didn't look pretty most of the day, but he ended up getting a significant amount of points. How do you feel going into the playoffs? Would you feel good enough of starting him if you didn't have one of the top 5-6 guys? Or
yes. So I have a very good team, and I have Stafford, and
is Joe on? Are you working right now, Joe?
I am working. Yeah, I'm working.
It's even better.
I didn't know this was for real, dude. I thought I was like popping in to say hi, and then like I see people like on a podcast.
I love you, JoJo.
Doing the show. It's week 14.
Well, Craig, we have like this gambling thread, which is a whole other topic. Craig sent the link to it, so
this is my favorite one by far.
Speaking of, I got a $1 bet.
Taysom
on
Hill, man. You got. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I got a $1 bet on Jakeem Grant to score earlier. $161 up $1. Good night.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good night. Good night. Where were we? Saints Jets. We're talking Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill. Finish your thought, JoJo.
No, it's easy. You got to start Taysom Hill. The rushing alone, he's gonna score a touchdown every game on his feet and probably get 80 yards. And anything through the air is cake.
He's that good that Jeff even starts him when he's not starting.
I did win that week, unbelievably. He had about 2 points.
Hopefully, Jeff. Hopefully, our buddy, brother Coffee Bean, who listens every week, he's been starting Taysom now because of us. So he can owe his championship run to us.
I mean, thank goodness it paid off. He had 2 late touchdowns. Otherwise, I was sweating it out. I had him started in 2 different leagues because my quarterback situation got messed up real early. Who are you starting? Like, how far down the list is Taysom for you guys, Joe and John? Me and Craig have talked about this quite a bit. He's in your top 10 then? Or like, where's the cutoff?
Easily. Is this a question you guys ask on this show? This is pathetic.
Yeah. Well, where is he? Was he like 8th?
I agree. I agree. I mean, I'm not prepared for this, but no, go ahead. Sorry.
Joe,
I've never done this before, man. This is weird.
I'm throwing it to you, Joe. You go, Joe. You got it.
All right. My decision was between Taysom Hill and Russell Wilson. Who would you have played?
Taysom.
Yeah, Taysom. Easy.
I played Russell.
Actually, I did have that option. I played Taysom.
It was last second. They actually were within a point of each other, so it was all good.
Yeah, very close anyway.
But you guys all would have gone Taysom. I think it's what we even told people to do, and I still went against it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think outside of like Tom Brady and Murray and Lamar Jackson and I'm unprepared for this, but the top 3 or 4 guys, I think Taysom's like in the top 6.
Honestly, that's not far off right now.
I think we had him 9th or 10th last week, and that was only with 1 game under his belt. Now
Who
he
are you
has two.
starting? Are you starting Taysom or Justin Herbert week to
I
week? I mean, who do you trust more?
Herbert.
Yeah, I'd probably start
Herbert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only because I love the rushing upside. It does scare me that he didn't get it against the Jets until the very end. He had a really good matchup this week, and he's still kind of, he really went down to the wire. It kind of worries me. Herbert looked really good. He had that really long throw today. I don't know. I trust him a little bit more than Taysom at the moment, but Taysom's still like 9th, 10th for me probably.
What about you? Would you go Taysom or Dak?
Taysom. At this point, it's got to be Taysom.
Yeah,
I
Taysom.
I kind of agree with you. Dak really did not perform today. It kind of worried me.
Yeah, he played like Dak. He kind of sucks sometimes.
He played like Dak.
Yeah, I mean, I started Lamar over him in a league, and I wasn't
one
that
more.
disappointed.
Lamar's been kind of trash lately, man. Honestly,
He was, and now he's probably done anyway. So what do you do?
what was his injury? What was that injury?
It's an ankle, so we'll find out tomorrow if it's a high ankle sprain. If it's a high ankle sprain, he's out for the remainder of the regular season, most likely. So we'll find out. If it's just a regular ankle sprain, he should have been in the game.
Yeah, you would think. We've seen him come back before.
Yep.
So I would assume that he's going to be out for at least a couple of games. And depending on how the team does, if they don't need him, they won't play him. But right now they're kind of in it. So I don't feel good saying that he'll be out for the rest of the, at least for the fantasy.
Well, let's say we're talking about Taysom. Taysom plays at Tampa Bay next week. How do we feel about that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you guys like the fact that Tampa Bay will probably put up points and
Dak
will
plays
have to in return?
Dak plays at the Giants.
You got to start Dak next week over Taysom, of course. Because Tampa Bay is no joke up front, Nope.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, we might still roll the dice with Taysom if people think he can get those rushing touchdowns like he did today, but you don't get to play the Jets every week.
Yeah, I think Taysom's a terrible quarterback, but his rushing upside is big for me.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to argue no, he's the future. But the guy is an amazing athlete, and he's been able, I don't know, in little stretches he's thrown okay, and he's definitely able to run it. And the same reason we love Lamar. Obviously, Taysom is not Lamar, but when he has it clicking, we always talk about running quarterbacks. They're incredibly nice to have because the floor is so stable, because that they're going to get 50, 60 yards if they get a touchdown. Everything else is cake, like you said, Joe. But yeah, I can't imagine.
Look at like Justin Fields tonight. I haven't looked at his stats because I'm supposed to be working, but he's he hasn't been great tonight, but I'm sure he's fantasy wise, he's probably putting up some decent numbers. I've seen a couple of chunk yard runs from him.
Aaron Rodgers just threw a touchdown to Aaron Jones just now. So 35-27 now Packers. Yeah, Fields has 44 yards on the ground for Fields tonight. So
yeah, he also threw for 2 touchdowns. He's kind of coming around finally, but
sounds like there's stuff going on. Sounds like stuff's happening out there. I hear it.
I feel like this is super bad. We're gonna be like, there's so much blood, and then he'll just turn it off.
There is stuff. I'm trying to turn it down. But...
John is
I can
muted.
see on the computer.
John, you're muted.
What's that?
I say John's trying to talk and he's muted himself.
Sorry, there you go. I thought I was the worst guest you guys had, and then Joe started talking with like 4,000 radios around him, and I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm not that bad.
I think this is our best show we've ever done. So
we should do this more often. Maybe we'll structure it a little differently.
yeah.
But I do like it. I think
it's good.
We have specific questions for these two guys, and actually, John's actually the one. He had a really ridiculously good team, but he also had Derrick Henry.
Jeff, can you go over my team real quick for me, please?
Well, all they need to know is at one point you had Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor
and Nick Chubb.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you needed. Like those two guys would.
And Cooper Kupp.
And
Deebo Samuel.
And Deebo Samuel, please.
Yeah. Can you Deebo Samuel? how much next year do you think this is the ability to continue? Because they're handing it off to him in the backfield a lot, and this guy's running for touchdowns. Is this just like one of those years where everything is going right for him? Or do you
20-yard touchdowns? It's not like goal line. He's like, they just say, we're going to hand it to this guy and he's going to run for 25-yard touchdowns. At this point, my goal is to keep Jonathan Taylor. I'm honestly looking to give up Nick Chubb and then keep a combination of Kupp, Waddle, and Deebo Samuel. So I'm actually looking to go receiver heavy next year, just because I know I can get them so cheap in the keeper market. Do I honestly think that Deebo is worth what he may go for next year? I don't think so. I think he's had a hell of a year. I think Kupp has had a hell of a year. I think, the one person I don't have faith in is Chubb. It's, I swear I watched sorry, go on.
Why do you not have faith in Chubb? Chubb has been kind of banged up. So is Kareem Hunt, to be fair. And they don't really have a strong passing offense. They run it a lot. Why do you think you want to give up on Chubb?
So he's not, and I think that might be the reason. I think the reason is because they have so many other options. So like I'm in Baltimore right now, and I had to watch that shit game of Baltimore versus Cleveland today. And they handed I mean, it's just two inept offenses going at each other and like trying to like pretend that they know what they're doing. And with like, then it didn't look like an offense that knew their identity. It like sometimes they were a passing offense, sometimes they were a running offense. And I don't want a running back who is going to like secede like half of his touches to somebody else. And then I'm not gonna lie, Dearness Johnson looked good today. I thought he looked quick. I'd rather get rid of him now and maybe try to get something for him at the highest value that I could possibly get Chubb. Now, if I didn't have, somebody else, if I didn't have Cooper Kupp or if I didn't have Deebo Samuel, I would be holding on to Chubb with all of my might. But, I have that luxury of maybe getting, and holding on to somebody else. So I'm just going to do that. But I'm not a long-term buyer into Chubb at all. And if you ask me in Dynasty, I'm pretty savvy. I
like that. What a pat on the back that was. If you ask me, I'm pretty savvy.
Nah, I'm not. I'm terrible. I've traded away money.
He traded me Jonathan Taylor. So he's no good. It's not good.
I don't understand it either. It was every guy that you have that you're winning with, you had traded away.
Hey, he traded me Jonathan Taylor to get a first-round pick because he might be able to draft another Jonathan Taylor.
And you traded your number one overall pick to me so I could get Najee Harris. And then, I gave you a bunch, but I don't know if you're ever going to be able to recoup any of that.
I feel like 3 first-rounders for 1 first-rounder is a good deal. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually make anything out of it. Probably not. We'll see. But I enjoy the thrill of it. It's hunting down a sexual partner. It's fucking fun.
I love it, man.
I don't know about the hunting down narrative, but
hey, while I have you here, Joe, can you tell John why $0 waiver pickups are the way to go?
So you can field a full team.
Yeah, waivers. It's stupid, honestly. Waivers is dumb. There should be no waivers. You should, like in the other league we're in, Craig. You should just be able to add whenever you want, man.
There is. We're in a league where you can add literally any time. It just costs you $5 actual.
Oh, you guys do real cash?
Yeah.
Hold on. What is
transaction?
How many transactions are people doing in that league? How much money is generated that way?
I don't know how much.
Quite a bit. I've won 2 games and I've already done like probably 20 transactions, and I've only won 2 games. So I'm just burning money.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
it's a good payout. I'm 10-3, so I feel pretty good.
You're 10-3. How many transactions have you done?
14. So
Oh, no kidding. I'm surprised on you.
I have to. I don't want to spend $5 every time. I have to be strategic here.
I honestly thought with you it would have been like, I thought it would be less, just because I thought you would be like, I'm only grabbing the bare minimum.
No, I've spent $70 on transactions, actual money.
Jesus.
Right, it's a lot of money, but you win quite a bit if you win this thing. So I'm 10-3. Have a shot.
It's a good league.
Have a shot.
Have you talked about like the main league yet? Have you told him what happened?
Joe? If I told Joe, I'm not sure if I did. Joe would probably agree with you.
No, I just
What
meant
happened?
in general, your viewers. Did you tell them that you're out of it?
Yeah, I told him I'm out. Yep.
I mean, just in the beginning, right before you came on.
Oh yeah,
sorry,
they
guys.
know. They know. I'm
Sorry,
out.
guys.
I'm out of it. No playoffs. 2 years in a row. Joe's actually won like 3 titles in the league we're in together, and I haven't won a single one in that league.
No,
I was
I
gonna say,
love you,
man, I
Joe,
love you,
but
Craig, but
we're both going to start with I love you and then shit on the other person.
yeah. I've yet to see him win anything. I mean, I love the guy, but I've yet to see him win anything.
I've also dropped to like 26 in the Fantasy Pros expert ranks.
Dude,
Like-
you went on tilt.
I'm like I'm only a top 30 expert now. I'm only a top 30 expert. Today's probably even worse. I ranked Jamar Jefferson like 30th, and he did like 0 yards.
That sounds like a Lions fan.
Yeah, that sounded like you're trying to get back in the top 10. That was for the home run.
It didn't work out. That's for
Also,
sure.
I would like to know this, Joe. In the other league, I always joke because it feels like the Wild West, because you never know who's going to win. You never know what kind of trades you're going to do, and you have to be one of the most aggressive, sporadic, whatever adjective you want to give it to, owners. But you've won a handful of titles by doing this. Do you have like a certain thing, like you make a lot of trades early to try to figure it out? I cannot figure it out. Like, what is your headspace going into that league? Do you have a plan? Because I never know if you do.
No, I don't. I don't really have a plan, man. Like, I think if you're not performing on my team for like 4 or 5 weeks, I'm gonna ship you out. That's it, man. Like, I'm gonna try to get some draft picks for you. Like, Craig, I mean, honestly, the trade I just made that everyone shit on, it wasn't that bad of a trade. Like, as it turns out, I don't think. Correct?
Well,
I mean, I gave up a pretty cheap keeper, but
Alvin Kamara got hurt, so it kind of didn't look as bad for you.
Alvin Kamara will suck next year. I guarantee it. If Alvin Kamara was a stock, just like Deebo Samuel, short them both. They're both going to be terrible next year.
All right, that's actually a great question for you two guys. So you're shorting Kamara. Who are you going long on? Who do you think is going to be a breakout candidate, Joe?
I got my guy.
Oh my god.
I got my guy.
Yeah, let's go for it.
We'll go John first, and Joey, think about it for a moment.
Dude, I honestly think who could turn out to be like the number one player in fantasy. I think Jalen Waddle's gonna fucking light shit up. Can I say that?
Well,
Can I say that?
yeah,
did.
I mean, you did.
I'm not taking the time to edit it, so don't worry.
Yeah, it's in. It's all good.
Like it was like I just genuinely think he's going to be killer. I think Waddle is next level talent. I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to trade off other people off my team this year so that I have the ability to keep them next year. Because I just don't want to keep Cooper Kupp over him. I honestly think Waddle's going to be that much better than like all those other guys. I am huge on Waddle next year.
Do you worry about the QB situation there or not at all?
No,
I wouldn't.
No, he has been doing.
Do you worry about the QB situation this year?
I mean, early on, I did. I feel like there's not a lot that you can go off of at the moment, to be quite honest.
And like exactly, and that's the thing. Like he's still produced with like a shit situation earlier in the year. It's just like I think he is a phenomenal talent. I think he is going to be. I don't know who to compare him to because he's like a smaller guy, but he also is like a downfield guy. I don't know who to compare him to, but I think this guy is going to light up the league for years. I love that, guys. And he is a badass when he does it. He has swagger. I love that. He is a hard ass. I love it. I love that guy.
Yeah, I can't figure out who would compare him to either. I feel
Tyreek Hill.
I was gonna say he's the only one, and that's such a rough comparison.
Yeah, I think because he has like I feel like Waddle has like more asshole to him than Tyreek does.
That's
I mean,
tough.
I don't want to go into what Tyreek has been said he's done. But
I mean, I'm like on the field of football.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Like I don't know. I think Waddle is just like I see that video of him at the draft where he's just like snubbing his family and he's like, nope. I want nothing to do with you guys. I am going to go play ball. I think that guy is a fucking monster. Sorry, I said it again. My bad.
Well, I love that you're kind of like he snubbed his family, means he's going to be a superstar.
Hey, look at Aaron Rodgers. He hates his family. So, I mean,
that's a good point.
It's true. It worked out for him.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Do you have a guy that who's the number one guy you're going to short then? You already kind of mentioned a couple, but do you have one in particular that he might not be on your team?
Have I mentioned a couple guys?
Well, I mean, you just talked about Chubb, but I don't think he'd be probably your number one.
No, I would actually like to offload Chubb as much as I can in any league I have him. I look at other people's teams and I still see people hanging on to like Gaskin and things like that. Like it's like
it got him to the playoffs.
I mean
over Craig.
I know, yeah. Like, how deep are we getting? Can I like get into like dynasty leagues right now? Because N'Keal Harry is chapping my ass right now. That I still have that guy in my team.
I don't know, but I think that's gonna be a new segment. Player that's chapping my ass. Yeah, go on your tirade.
No, it's fine. It's just I watched him beat up my college team, and I knew he was freaking good. And he's just not good. It's just like, I mean, Mac Jones. Can we just talk real football for a second? Because Mac Jones is phenomenal. He is the quarterback that every Michigan alumni.
Joe doesn't think so.
No. Like,
Mac Jones is phenomenal. What?
Mac Jones is the quarterback that every Michigan alumni wanted Tom Brady to be when they came out of Michigan. Like, he is phenomenal. He is fantastic.
You heard it here first. John Wallagora just compared Mac Jones to Tom Brady.
I mean,
he believes he will be better than Tom Brady.
I think he's more exciting than Tom Brady. Can I say that?
What? I don't even know if that is true. Like, what has Mac Jones done that excites you? Like, I do think that he does get I was very impressed with how much he picked up the offense and for a hard ass like Belichick, but he hasn't been like putting up crazy numbers or anything.
No. I mean, he
threw the ball 3 times last game. three times.
But he did it with swagger.
Yeah. Belichick loves him. Belichick's all into Mac Jones 3 times.
He'll win he will do what's necessary to win the game. Whereas you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and although their coach pulls in some nice poon, he does not quite. Can I say that?
Yeah, you did, sure.
You can't compare the two. It's apples and oranges. You're getting the Jaguars right now.
You have to compare them, because if I can't compare them on terms of football coaching, I have to at least compare them on the type of swag they pull. And
one question, and then one question you can finish. So if you flip flop Mac Jones and Trevor Lawrence, is Mac Jones the same quarterback in Jacksonville right now as he is in New England? And is Trevor Lawrence as bad as he is in Jacksonville that bad in New England right now?
There's
no way.
I will say that I think Trevor Lawrence is as bad as he is in New England as he is in Jacksonville. I think Mac Jones carries over his dad bod swag into Jacksonville, and I think he overcomes. I think he overcomes the Ohio State guy because that guy blows.
To me, like Mac Jones is Cade McNamara. Mac Jones is, to me, he doesn't impress me at all. Although he hasn't lost them games, but he's not. I don't think he's winning them games. He's just not losing games for them. I think it's their defense and Bill Belichick.
He is a Kirk Cousins plus. He will win you games.
Kirk Cousins is better than Mac Jones, hands down.
Okay, is Kirk Cousins better than Mac Jones at their current ages? I would rather have Mac Jones.
That is tricky because they're in different points of the career. Right now, I have Kirk Cousins. If I'm starting my franchise, I would rather have Kirk Cousins.
No. Oh, that's why you got kicked out of the Dynasty League.
Damn, man.
Oh, hey, speaking of completely different, Jeff, you asked about Kareem Hunt earlier, off topic.
Yeah.
Oh, they said he could have returned to the game today. So there you go.
Oh, he could have.
Yeah.
Oh, so he just wanted to screw me over. Thank you, Kareem. Yeah. But no, all right. Well, that's good though. I mean, that means that you can play him in the playoffs. John hates Chubb. Moving forward though, I asked Craig this earlier. How do you feel about Kareem Hunt and Chubb using them in the playoffs though? Obviously you're going to have to use them if you have them, but do you think Kareem Hunt is someone you can trust or no?
Who are you asking?
Whoever.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll start with John and then we'll go Joe.
So I am a big Chubb owner. I've had him in this league for years. I don't like him. I don't want to own him. I despise Nick Chubb as a fantasy football building block. I don't like him. If I can be guaranteed that he is the only rock carrier in that offense, I'm okay with it. If I have to deal with Kareem Hunt, if I have to deal with the other dude who was out there, I don't know his name. He carried
Dearness Johnson.
Oh, yeah,
is that what you're trying to think of?
Yeah, Johnson. He was out there. I don't want him. I want no piece of Nick Chubb. I don't want him. This is the last year I want to have my around that dude.
Well, he's gonna get about 2 yards for you as you lose to Zach next week.
Yeah, and what about Kareem Hunt moving forward, which was my original question?
Okay, hold on. Okay, well that was my next.
Oh, that was all right.
That was my next point of topic.
I apologize for cutting you off then.
It's your show, John. It's your
show. No, Kareem Hunt sucks too. He's you know those type of guys who just don't like women.
Jeff knows.
I honestly have no idea where you're going with this one.
What's going on?
That was just a joke to see, and I saw Craig squirmed a little bit.
I was gonna say, other people, I don't know where you're going, Johnny, but
so last year I owned both Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, and I never felt confident in playing one over the other. So I was just stuck playing both of them or neither of them or guessing. It was never a confident situation. I personally in a fantasy football lineup, I don't want that. I want to be able to set my lineup, know that I'm putting my best lineup out there, because I know if I put my best lineup out there, oh God, I just want to win, and I don't want to screw anybody else out of possibly winning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad I got on just for this. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Did I just go back in time 1 week ago to prove all that wrong?
No, we're not going to do that.
Actually, we also have Zach on here. Zach is the person who beat Craig today, and Craig is going to be out of the playoffs because of that lovely man right there. Well, yeah, give him a round of applause.
I'm letting you know, this is the TV that I watched the first half of the 1 o'clock games from, where I realized I had a chance to beat Craig. Because this is where I saw Lamar Jackson get hurt. So
that's where it all happened.
This is where it all happened.
Yeah. Guys, all I know is I went and I was kind of over this whole fantasy football thing. I played a game with my buddies. I got done with the game and I'm like, holy shit, Aaron Rodgers just tossed a bunch of touchdowns to my guys. It's fucking amazing.
There you go.
Wait, are you gonna win now, Wayne? Wayne, are you gonna win? I don't know.
What do you think of those chances?
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, this is news to me. Breaking news. All right.
It's not over. He's still got James Conner. Honestly, I'm still nervous for sure.
You were up 26. I think you got this. Oh, and he has Matt Gay too. Don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah, but also Craig also thought he was going to win today, so don't trust his word.
I felt good at one point. I did.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's
probably
fine.
Around the Rashad
good.
Penny second touchdown. That long Rashad Penny touchdown. I felt pretty good there.
Yeah, you got to feel pretty good. College football playoff, you're in it, you know.
That's what I'm trying to make myself feel good today.
At least you're there. Throw that on the back.
Craig, have you ever explained to your listeners how much of like a little bitch you are about like I was just wondering. I'm just curious. the amount of jinxing that you do.
That's true. I do that a little bit, don't I?
I'm just wondering.
At least Craig
is fighting the farm on Ohio State just to have fucking one way to win that game.
I did bet a lot of money on Ohio State.
Fight, trying to get $0 waiver bids.
Yes.
So I appreciate that Craig and I are on the same side on that one.
Joe took it a step further and wants us. He says we should have open waivers. He's not in our league, so it doesn't matter. But he said open waivers all the time.
So Joe will just come in and take our guys.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to be a filthy casual league with open waivers.
Hey, I don't know about that.
Yeah, why not? We don't have people setting their lineups or anything, so I guess we're pretty casual these days.
Wayne, are you drinking apple juice? Or you stealing kids' juice?
I'm drinking a little Chardonnay for my celebratoriness.
Why don't you drink something good then? Drink your kids' apple.
Everybody stay tuned because Wayne's about to show you his entire family.
My entire family.
Just walking
Let
around.
me show you a photograph.
That's another topic. Nickelback's not too bad. Oh, all right. I don't even know what we're doing anymore.
When do I join this league anyway?
Is it a podcast?
It is.
Yeah.
It's sort of a podcast tonight.
It's a podcast.
Joe wishes he was in the league with us. He has never got the invite.
Thanks for the invite. You know.
Yeah, Joe.
Been 12 years.
Do you set your lineups, Joe?
Every week.
I do, and I usually beat Craig as well. So
you can't be in this league then. Sorry, man. You are too experienced.
Joe has the most transactions in our other league this year, so.
So he definitely did not max out his waiver budget.
Oh, that league has $0 waiver pickups. It's all good.
Oh, whoa. It's crazy.
Well, they do now. I made the change the other night. I just did it. Yeah. I'm a dictator of that league, so I do what I want.
Nice.
Craig is not one for democracy. He hates America.
Wayne, you married a Canadian, so let's just talk about who's patriotic.
This is true.
All right. Cool.
Wait, Craig, are the Packers still winning?
38-27.
Wait, Craig, can we still talk about how I beat you?
Yeah.
Cool. So you want to know the craziest thing is this happened while my star player Myles Gaskin was on bye. I mean, you had no chance if this was week 13, but this is week 14, so I had to eke it out.
So you basically lost because he was unable to put Gaskins in to cost himself the win.
Yeah, and even if we had been playing, so whatever.
MVS was not going to come through for you tonight, so thank God Kittle and Ayuk did, huh?
Yeah, who would have thought that getting MVS on the waiver wire was not a ticket to victory? But luckily, I had other players and injuries for you. I had that.
Yeah.
Craig, can I ask you a quick question? How close was the league actually to folding?
Oh, it was close. It was close. I had a plan in place. To screw over the league.
Where is your brother during all this? How come I have not heard a peep from him?
We saw a photo. He exists.
He does exist. Yeah. He wanted to stay in the background and not talk. He didn't know what he was going to say.
I feel like he took it harder than you did.
He did. He talked to other people about it in other leagues. If you noticed in the dynasty, there was somebody who came at you.
I did. That guy was a dick, by the way.
That's Nick's good buddy Robbie. So he told him all about it.
That guy's an ass.
Yeah, dude. Robbie sucks, man. I gotta be honest. He's not even here to defend himself. That kid sucks. He's a whiny little bitch, man.
Yeah,
he's a whiny bitch. He's whiny as fuck.
I got a random oh, that's so good.
And he looks like a 12-year-old girl, so it's short Robbie too. Short Debo, Robbie, and Chubb.
Are we gonna let a guy with John's hair win a fantasy football championship? But look at that hair.
You've already let me win 2.
Look at that cloth.
You've already let me win 2.
I don't know if we can let that happen. So everybody should be rooting for me when I play him next week.
Oh, it's gonna if you beat him next week, that's gonna probably be the most brutal loss of his life. It's gonna be so bad.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's like I'm going to give him a textual bagging if that happens. Like if someone could send a teabag over text, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure out a way.
I mean, you don't care if you lose. If you lose, you expect to lose. But if he loses, I seriously don't think we'll hear from you, John, until the draft.
Really hurting my feelings. I expect to win.
No, you don't.
But
not if you're starting Myles Gaskin, you don't expect to win.
Look, if he comes off and he comes back with non-COVID lungs, he's going to be fine. He's going to take it.
You're going to be starting Myles Gaskin and James Robinson.
Get vaccinated, because if I draft you for my fantasy football team.
Get vaccinated. That's pretty funny. No, I'm gonna stomp ass, and it's gonna be pretty easy.
Oh man.
Then you might play Wayne in the championship. How do you feel about that?
Oh, that'll be the having 5 Packers to go against when yeah, absolutely. I'm more than willing to do that.
No, I can't wait to play Wayne and deprive his 3 children of $700. I can't wait to play him and deprive his family of food.
I'm just very upset that the playoffs don't end until the Packers get the Lions in the last week, so I won't get that.
Cares about Lions, Wayne. Literally nobody cares.
They care about when their fantasy players are playing the Lions. Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I've seen nobody have a Lion on a fantasy team in the playoffs. That's for sure.
Did anybody notice Wayne's chair is super gamer?
I was wondering where you're going.
Do you see what's weird right now? I mean, look at this fucking setup, dude. Just come on.
I had to choose my words wisely, but I was like, that is a super gamer
ergonomically correct chair.
Wait, I want to hear more. I want to hear more from Jeff. Jeff, what are the choices you made that ended you up almost in last place, even though you started the league with $30 in draft cash, $40 in draft cash?
Yeah. Well, it all started on my keepers and trying to find anyone that I could possibly get.
Jeff,
I traded everyone away to.
I have a feeling, Jeff, I really think the real true downfall of you is you have a girlfriend these days. You never have in the past. So
that's great.
Whoa. Wait, who is
you started painting eyes on your right hand? Is that?
Yes, that is exactly it. Maybe we'll have to find out. I have nothing to like. I'm trying to compare this to other years, but honestly, I think it was all to do with the draft and how me and Nick were at a different table, and I think both of us went off the rails, and I think that's what it was. We were segregated out of the draft, and that's what
you were banished.
I feel much better going into it next year because I'll have better keeper options, and John won't have Taylor and Henry. I think things will change around quite a bit because of what the percentages that would change too will be good.
Jeff, I was at the main table and I spent a combined $64 on Allen Robinson and Robert Wood. So, about the draft.
No, that is a good point. That is just impressive that first of all, that you spent that much on him. Secondly, Allen Robinson, everyone was shocked that he didn't do well.
Yeah. It wasn't great. And,
how did you limp into the playoffs?
I had Robert Woods on 3 of my teams. And I only had 3 teams. I had him on every team. And I think that Cooper Kupp sold at a discount in every league. Like everybody was on Robert Woods over Cooper Kupp. And then someone like John Wallagora gets Cooper Kupp. And you're like, wow, the fucking, Wallagoras of the world, they keep winning with those hairs in his head. You just don't want that. It's not good for society. The guys like this guy keep winning. So root for me against John Wallagora.
Are you running for president or trying to win fantasy playoffs?
Look, man, I'm just trying to win. I'm trying to keep food out of your children's mouth.
I know.
That's my sole purpose in life, is to make sure your children don't get fed.
It would be really funny if John did lose, because anything can happen in a week. But if John makes it to the finals, I can't imagine anyone beating him in a 2-week playoff. That is
no. Did you? Okay. Did you see the Chiefs go off today? That is Dave's team. Dave's team will in 2 weeks can easily take anybody down, and that's why I'm terrified. I don't think I'm going to win. I am absolutely terrified.
Well, you say that, but it wasn't a huge game for. I mean, Mahomes did fine, but he didn't like blow it out. Tyreek didn't really kill it. Like,
yeah,
they just had a really wonderful outing as a team. But
you just put together the biggest scoring season of all time by far. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, Henry is hurt, but Jonathan Taylor, you have to feel pretty darn good.
When you see a guy like Derek Gore come out, like, it's not like you're predicting Derek Gore to be someone who puts up 10 plus fantasy points. So like,
no. Like, I am predicting my team to be the best ever, but I don't want them to be. I don't want them to be the best ever. Like, I don't want to like rub it in faces. That's not me. It's not who I am. I want.
I hate him so much. I kind of respect him.
Yeah, like I just wanna. I want everybody to be a little bit sad that they're not me, but like I just wanna. I want to continue the league. Like, Craig tried to trash it and destroy it. I'm like, no, Craig, come on. Like, let's just continue to rule this league. Me and you together, buddy.
There we go.
And that's kind of what we do. Like, we kind of own the league. It's fine.
It's true. You get a title this year. We have 8 of the 11, right? Or 8, whatever it is. So,
guys, I don't know why you're counting out Myles Gaskin. The team Gaskin glory.
You know what show you're on, and all the Myles Gaskin slander that went us on this show.
The team was built day one with Myles Gaskin at the center. And this is what we prepared for. Seriously, you look at the numbers. Myles Gaskin, the last 6 weeks, has been a pretty decent running back, and I need pretty decent running backs.
Yeah, nothing would have made me happier if Gaskin got to play. If he didn't have his bye this week, and he was the reason Craig didn't make the playoffs, nothing would have made me happier. It would have been just a Gaskin themed show because of how much crap.
He had 4.9 points last week.
I think Craig would have come around to Myles Gaskin if he didn't have me in this league. I think Craig could look at the stats objectively and been like, you should feel confident enough in the second half of the season with Myles Gaskin as your RB2. But he's got me. And now he's even more sore because he's not in the playoffs because of me. A team named Gaskin the Glory.
I guess it makes sense how this all played out. The team with Myles Gaskin and James Robinson just took me out of the playoff or the chance for the playoffs, even though James Robinson tried to help me today. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Urban Meyer, I think you paid him off.
Urban Meyer was like, Craig Phillips needs this one. So
Urban Meyer just hates James Robinson straight up. So we all know
yeah,
this.
we all hate Urban Meyer, so it's equal.
He also doesn't like his wife that much, but
that's true.
Or he likes people at bars a lot. I don't know.
Little column A, little column B.
All right. Cool. It's been a long show.
Yeah, but Myles Gaskin, mark that down. Can't wait to hear.
Stop it.
God, I hope so. I would laugh so hard if John somehow lost.
This is not a playoff caliber team.
Do we even know? Oh, you know what? Myles Gaskin against the Jets next week.
If he doesn't have COVID anymore,
he should be good, right? Hopefully.
God, 20-some points from Gaskin.
You know what? I will cheer for Myles Gaskin next week. I will.
What kind of odds would you give him, John? Gaskin outscores Jonathan Taylor.
You're asking me odds of shit. God damn it. I'm honestly gonna give him 5%. Yeah, Jonathan. I know they have a better matchup. I know Jonathan Taylor doesn't have the best. I look at it as you have to play your best players, no matter the situation. You always play your best players.
Why do you keep bringing this up? This is ridiculous.
No, what are you talking about? I'm not.
John would make a great college coach.
Oh man,
you're not. I'm not bringing anything up. I'm not.
John, I wish. Can you start coaching the Jaguars next week? Dave Robinson gets touches.
So
you bring your best players up, and I think that Jonathan Taylor is a better player than Myles Gaskin. So I would start.
Oh, hot take! You heard?
Whoa!
No, do I think he's?
Do you host a podcast, John?
Do I think I need to start him over Nyheim Hines? I'm not so sure. I think I got to judge that one a little bit.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you can ride Nyheim Hines and still win.
All right, I think we'll cut it off here. I'll give each one. We'll do it a last word. We'll start with you, Wayne. What do you want to leave the crowd with, or the possible you might meet one of these guys in the finals? Actually,
all I know is go Packers. I guess. Fuck, as a Lions fan, it hurts, but when your team is 3 Packers, let's go Packers.
Yeah, who cares about real life anymore?
Who cares about real life?
Only fantasy.
Yeah. The Lions will understand. They're tanking as well.
Yes.
No. The Lions are going to do some stupid shit where they're fucking not going to tank like morons and win.
That's so true. I bet we win 2 more games or something.
That's true.
That's a very Lion-esque thing to do.
Yeah, we do it every year. All right. What about you, Coleman?
Myles Gaskin, playoff championship contender. Craig Phillips, not.
I like it. Succinct. And Johnny will give you the final word.
I want to thank Craig for being fun, and he could have been a giant dick about being the dick because he's usually a dick. But no, he was actually pretty cool about it. He understood. He played the game with me. His brother was a little bit of a dick, but it was fun, and I think everybody understands we want to win, and we're doing what it takes to win. And if you haven't fully explained the situation to your listeners, I think your listeners may agree with me more than they do with you, because I am. I think I put more energy into the league. You've had James on the podcast before. He's not good. He stumbles over words. People don't like him. He's not. He's
People don't like him.
He's not an overly charismatic character. I don't know. then like if you guys ever need a podcast host, I'm here. I'm willing to help out. I'm excited to like really get another title out of you guys and take your money. And Jeff, how's your sister doing? And
somebody edit this down, like
No, free flowing.
It's all going out there.
This is what happens when you just let John talk. I have no idea what happens.
I genuinely I love playing with all of you guys. You guys are fun as hell to play with. No, it's a shit ton of fun. We have a great time doing it. And that's what it is. It's a ton of fun.
Speaking
it's
of
a great league.
Speaking of James in the podcast, I'll just bring it back to the last time he was on, and the comments we got. And the main one was WTF? Who the hell is this doofus?
So pretty much the same comments you get every time Jeff's on the show.
Yeah,
yeah, daily.
Yeah, but he built that podcast studio, so he's committed to the doofus act.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna do it. I think we're wrapping this thing up.
Yes, and good luck to all three of you in the playoffs. The only person that is not here would be Ingold, but good luck. I don't know if I want John to win or lose, because either way, I'm sure it'll be hilarious to hear what he has to say.
It will. All right, we're out.
Miles Gaskin. That's what